Hello, and welcome back to episode 2 of this GameMaker Studio tutorial series. In this video, we're going to be looking at sprites. Now, what are sprites? They are the images that make up your game. They can be your character, your enemies, your assets. Anything that's, well, visual is going to be a sprite. Adding a sprite in GameMaker Studio is very, very simple. We're going to go to the right side here, and you can see that there is sprites and objects and all this other stuff. Don't mind the list. We'll get to this in later videos. But we're going to just add in a simple sprite. So we're going to click on sprite and you'll see this window pops up. I don't want to add a car. I want to actually get a different sprite. I want to get a spaceship. So we're actually going to come to the store in GameMaker Studio. Let's go to the marketplace and let's type in spaceship. Okay, and as we look at the list here, this spaceship looks good. Let's click on get this one. I like it because it's free. And now we'll go to our library and we will click download and import. Once it's added to our collection, we're going to come back to that little window and we're going to go on import image. All you do is navigate to the directory that is your stock default directory for downloads in GameMaker Studio. And let's find the little folder that says spaceship and let's add it in. And once we've clicked that in, you can see the spaceship sprite is now added. Now we want to change the center of the image. You can click on this menu at the top and it can put the origin anywhere you want. There's nothing stopping you one way or the other of putting it right here on the top right. But we want it in the center, but not the center of the square where the image is being held. We want it in the center of the image. So I'm actually just going to manually move this to the windshield part of the image on this spaceship. That feels more of a center to me. Now, as we look over to the left, we can see there's a bunch of texture settings. There's tile horizontally, tile vertically, separate texture page, pre-multiply alpha, and edge filtering. Don't worry too much about pre-multiply alpha and edge filtering. For a very basic game, these aren't really things you're going to need right away. And these are far more advanced topics for a person more experienced than myself to talk about. But as for tile horizontally, tile vertically, and separate texture page, I'm actually going to show you this documentation from the Yo-Yo Games website. This is a very good representation of what these features actually do. So as you can see from the diagram here, when you have a sprite, you can tile horizontally, and this will expand the width of the sprite by basically copying itself. When you tile vertically, you can see that it's going to copy the top and bottom, but not the two sides. And you can do both tile vertically and tile horizontally, where it'll copy both the sides and the top. Now, ideally, you probably don't want to do this. You want to keep your sprite size within the pixel scope of itself. But in case you screw up something or in case you need it, the option is there. This sometimes can be really helpful for a background sprite kind of thing. But for your main character, you really want to keep your pixel dimensions. As you can see from the documentation here, there's a lot of pixel dimensions that they want you to go through. And it's really good to follow this documentation on this page. I will keep a link in the description box down below, or you can just Google Yo-Yo Games documentation and it will come up. So there you guys have it. That is how you get started with your sprites. In the next video, we're going to start looking at objects and really now diving in to how to make your sprite come to life and do the things you want it to do. Thanks so much for tuning in. Like, comment, share, and subscribe on this video and on this channel. And I will see all of you on the next tutorial video. Bye.